your host, Mike Luke. All right, now people did ask. I have nervous gas. So that was why. But either way, we have got a lot to get to this show. We have got a lot to get to, and it's going to start with Koa Pete. Here's where we stand with. Oh yeah, I am off the rolls. Here's where I stand with. Here's where I stand with Koa Pete. If he doesn't commit to Arizona, basically everybody will be surprised at this point. Everybody will be surprised. From, Trilly put it out there to people behind the scenes. This feels like, again, if he doesn't commit to Arizona, there's going to be a lot of people surprised, Scheer.
Nothing surprises me with recruiting, Mike. But if right now, I would definitely say that the vibe is Arizona.
Right. The vibe's Arizona. Now again, this has been an odd recruitment. There's no doubt about it. Nothing has really come out. There's been a couple interesting things though that I thought, and I every now and then I tell Scheer something and he says, Mike, you're actually right about something. And there's a couple things that I still look at though. LeBron was on Pat McAfee yesterday. He did the rounds yesterday in his Stephen A. Smith combat. He was on there. Koa Pete is with Clutch, or is rumored to be with Clutch. That would be an odd, and Koa Pete's also going on Pat McAfee to announce as well. That would be an odd one as well, Mr. Scheer.
Yeah, that there may be a tie to that. I don't know for sure. Yeah, I mean, I will say the decision. I was in the middle of Times Square last night when I found out that Koa Pete was deciding. There was no hints to me that he was announcing his decision. No one had hit me up and said, hey, Scheer, he's announcing tomorrow. So when I saw that from Pat McAfee, I was like, oh, okay, because I did not expect that.
Now, the one thing that I will say is that with this recruitment, again, I mean, it's not over till it's over. I get all of that, but I will say that I think, I do think folks would be surprised if it's not Arizona. We will talk about all of that. The one thing I am going to say in all of this, though, Scheer, is that Arizona has done everything possible in this recruitment, from putting in all of the legwork. TJ Benson's done a great TJ Benson's done a great job with this. He is, like I said, they've done everything possible here. I can't they've done everything. This recruitment has been A+ from Arizona.
Yeah, I mean, look, sometimes you put in all the effort and a kid just doesn't come to your school, and it's not for a lack of effort. This is not for a lack of effort. I'm not saying Koa's not coming to Arizona, but you know my point. Like, they really worked hard in this one. Here's the thing, and I'll say it for Braden Burries too. No one has recruited these two kids harder than Arizona. No one recruited Koa Pete harder than Arizona. No one recruited Braden Burries harder than Arizona. Eventually, these kids have to decide, and you hope that the effort that you put in leads them to committing to your school.
Yeah. Now it's funny. This was asked in the chat, and I think it's a very good point. Scheer and I were mentioning this. It's that if you were to ask Arizona fans, and again, we all want Koa Pete, obviously, but if you were to ask Arizona fans, would you rather beat Duke or get Koa Pete? A sizable percentage of people would say, forget beating Duke in the Elite Eight. Let's get a player for next year. I mean, that's how much this fan base cares about recruiting.
It's never. I actually have said this to a coach before, that there is, because he's like, hey, we're winning, we win, blah blah blah. And I'm like, there's nothing you can do. There will always be a chunk of fans that care more about recruiting than the actual results on the court. Like, you guys can make an Elite Eight, Final Four this year or whatever, and there still will be fans that saying you don't recruit or construct your roster in the right way.
Right. And again, the thing that Arizona's also done in this situation is, and I'm not making any, I don't think I'm saying anything out of hand here, but the one thing that Arizona has done in this recruitment is it's made itself very competitive with NIL. That obviously matters a lot to Koa Pete, and I have no problem with that. Like I said, players that want money, I get it. So Arizona's been working on this one for quite a while, Scheer. Quite a while.
There's a difference too between paying a kid and doing what some kids in the portal are doing supposedly now, which is like asking for $3 million. Like, Arizona's not paying Koa Pete $3 million. I'll just get that out of the way. I wish they were. That'd be awesome. But
Yeah.
you know, they're paying them a very nice amount. But like some of these portal kids, the amounts right here is just insane.
All right. Now, I was asked, I can't legally live stream the announcement, but we are live streaming our reaction to the announcement.
Pat McAfee never shuts up, so who knows when this thing could be.
Yeah, that's yeah, okay. Yeah, Pat McAfee is. You know what's weird about it? I know a lot of people like Pat. About 9.99 super stat. Matt Abrams, thanks for all you guys do. Appreciate you, man. You know what's kind of interesting to me about Pat McAfee is like I don't necessarily get the fascination with it, but you know, whatever. It obviously works. I mean, a lot of people don't.
I like him. I mean, like I'm not like ride or die, but I like him.
Right. Yes. Yes. Now,
like, no, you're entertaining. I don't know if I like you. But
yeah, I mean, well, you know, I'm not gonna. I wouldn't compare myself to Pat McAfee, but
you're an acquired taste.
Yeah, I am an acquired taste. Yeah, no player has been paid $1 million has been worth it. Let's see here. For example, Ballo, Store, Osibor. I mean, that's an interesting point. I mean, I don't know what some other guys are getting. What do you think Cooper Flag makes?
A lot.
You think he makes? Yeah, he definitely makes more than $1 million. Yeah. I would assume as well.
I mean, I don't know if he makes it from Duke, but he makes it. You know what I mean?
You know, the other thing that would be kind of crummy too that I was thinking about, and again, I was just reading the tea leaves. I also got to give a factor to I also got to give a Trilly Donovan, who Trilly knows things, and obviously Trilly put out that he Arizona is his prediction today. So, you know, Trilly knows a lot more than me on stuff. So
let's talk opening day baseball, Mike. Go ahead.
Is today opening day?
Yeah.
It's funny. I messaged Jacob Franklin yesterday, and I told him, I was like, "Hey, Koa, Arizona or ASU," and he says, "Oh, baseball's it's baseball right now." I'm like, I don't care.
Pat McAfee's talking baseball right now. I don't care.
Yeah, is he talking baseball right now?
Yeah.
All right, let's sneak a couple reads in then real quick. Let's sneak a couple reads in.
Yeah, go ahead. I got you.
Yeah, what do we got? All right, we got Michael Rubin from Swift Mortgage, my friends. Now you might be going around saying that, you know, I'd like to find a senior loan officer that I can trust, a mortgage broker. That would be Michael Rubin. Here's the deal now. We're going to be changing it tomorrow. You can use code Judd Bushler or Jason Terry for $500 off closing costs. Local to Tucson, lifelong teacher. Mike is the absolute man. He does a great job. If you need help with refinancing, debt consolidation, this is your one-stop shop. He comes highly recommended. Anybody that's ever dealt with Mike has a lot of really good things to say about it. Rubin Group at Swift Mortgage. Again, go through him. Senior loan officer. He can get you better rates than most because of his status in the industry. Check it out, Michael Rubin from the Swift Mortgage Group. Now, what else we got, Scheer? Or Cody. All right, Baggins. All right, now, if this goes the way that we want it, boom, we want Baggins, baby. We want Baggins. Hey, everybody, if we get Koa Pete, everybody go to Baggins today and use code AZ12 for 15% off. Then real time and tweet it out there. Scheer, will you do this? Well, no, you're not.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't do it in New Jersey, but it's the thought that counts. Go there and go to Baggins. Again, also, if you're up in Scottsdale, check it out. But everybody, real time this one today. Use code AZ12. And Scheer, you like chocolate chip cookies. This is true.
I do. I absolutely do.
All right. All food is made in-house daily. Check it out. Yummy, yummy. Into my tummy. Mike Luke's daughter. No, I don't have a daughter. Okay. Now, let's get back to Koa Pete. And this is something too that I've been thinking about. Arizona has never lost a kid, at least from the 90s on, in state that it prioritized from day one. That goes from Mike Bibby to Richard Jefferson to Channing Frye to Jared Bayless to Nick Johnson. I mean, heck, you could make the case for Daniel Bejarano. Daniel Bejarano. But you know, that kind of all right, here we go. Is there something coming up? I don't have it. Let's see. It's starting now. All right. Scheer, keep me. I don't have my TV on in here, so you guys are gonna have to now. What's that? What's starting right now?
Talking. You want to put the sound on real quick? Hold on.
Yeah, let's hear. We got to know. You can't. I don't know if I can have the sound going across the. I don't want to get in trouble here. So, but either way,
right now. It's on. I mean, it's just background noise.
All right, that's fine. All right, putting y'all on mute. I don't blame it. All right, so all right, here we go. Everybody's saying here we go. I am relying on you.
Actually decides. Pat McAfee's doing a 47-minute introduction, and then he's probably going to get a commercial.
Right. All right. Well, okay. He's hyping up Pete, LOL, same Jervis. Sorry, Mike and Jason for a minute. Yeah. All right. I have no problem with it. Let's see.
Here he is. Koa's joining live. Oh my God, he's
Well,
wearing a Penn sweatshirt. I think it's Gilbert Perry, but let's pretend like he committed to Penn.
yeah, he's committed to Penn. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
Gilbert. Yeah, Gilbert.
All right, here we go. All right, let's see here. Oh man, dude, I'm going to spontaneously combust. If I explode on the show today, all right. Hey,
I can do. Huh?
Yeah, I don't want to take that chance. Just keep it low so nobody else can really hear it there. A lot of commas in this introduction. A lot of commas. All right, come on. Going with
Mom is in the building.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Man, I'm nervous. My heart is fluttering.
Bobby Hurley just knocked down the front door of his house.
Oh man.
Who's the player that one time where like they held hostage in the NBA to sign?
Yeah, Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Like they didn't leave his house until he like signed with the Clippers or something. Yes. All right. All right. Here we go. Be still, my friend. Be still.
Shut up, Mike.
All right. This is not helping my gas. All right, come on. Nervous gas.
Mike, shut up.
No, I also don't want to hear that over the line. That's why I just turned it down. Oh, all right.
You're fine, dude.
All right. Well, you're going to pay that fine then.
Okay.
All right. Deal.
The fine.
Okay. All right. Sweaty hands.
The fine.
Sweaty hands. Oh, come on, everybody. Everybody back the A. Thanking all of Gilbert Perry. All
right. Here it is. Tear down, Mike. Tear down, Mike.
Back the A, baby. Whoop. Back the A, baby. Back the A. Right, clip all of that, you Illinois fans. All right. That is all right. Massive shout out. I wanted to do this first and foremost. I want to give it. I'm going to actually text him as we're doing this. I want to give a massive shout out to TJ Benson in this one. TJ Benson did an amazing.
Hold on.
What?
He's saying why? Hold on. Arizona, right situation. Tommy Lloyd, great coach. Development. Excited to be part of the AZ12 podcast.
Oh, yes, exactly. Yeah. Koa is a wildcat. Yes. All right. But now we got to talk about what this means. First of all, massive. All the people out there that said that Tommy can't recruit, that Tommy's getting bullied on NIL, that Tommy, blah, take that, Scheer, take that. Oh, gosh, I'm this is
Cody's text. Mike just something on TV and had a seizure live on air. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Yeah. All right, now go ahead. Now go ahead here. All right, go ahead.
I'll say it. You know, there's a lot of people that doubt Tommy Lloyd and his approach. And I'm one of them. I think that Tommy Lloyd should offer more kids. But at the end of the day, when he lands commitments like this, Mike, it helps you to say he's not an idiot. Like the guy might know as he makes his third Sweet 16 in 4 years and lands Koa Pete, he might know what he's doing.
Yeah, oh gosh, yes. 1999. All right, everybody, tell all your friends to get in here. I did. I don't know that I didn't. But again, I want to talk TJ Benson here for a second. TJ Benson did an amazing job here. We've been on this from day one. TJ Benson and Murph are awesome for what Arizona does. These guys are such hard workers, and we are lucky to have both of these guys.
Yeah. I mean, it's yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, through a lot of
I mean, look, TJ, like people ask what assistant coaches do and like what has TJ done, and he's only been on staff for a year, first of all, if that. He was absolutely the lead on this recruitment, 100%. Never gave up. Was very, we was very realistic about where things stood. Had a very good pulse in the recruitment, which I think is very difficult sometimes for coaches to do. Shout out to TJ, deserves it immensely.
Yeah, shout out, massive shout out to TJ Benson. All right, now what does this mean then? So, all right, the first thing that we got to talk about, 500 lives, baby, keep it going. Now, the first thing that we got to talk about is what does this mean? What does this mean now for Arizona next year? You got your starting front court of, I would assume you've got. Let's leave the three out of this for a second. You've got the it's going to be, barring some unforeseen thing, it's going to be Koa Pete and it's going to be Henry Vasar. That is good, man. You can win a lot of games with that front court. And as much as I like Tobe a great deal. You have a bigger margin for error. You're more athletic with Koa Pete.
Yeah, I mean, I you know me, I don't like to speculate on transfers. Sure as hell not the day that they're playing Duke here in about 9 hours, but you got to just assume that someone's leaving. Koa's coming to start. If Arizona convinced Koa to come without being the starting job, impressive, right? But you got to assume he's starting. You got to assume he's starting next to Henry. Krivas maybe up in the air. I think Awaka, Steven, one of those guys you assume probably isn't going to come back. But you take it, right? Like you just that's the nature of the beast right now.
Yes, you take it every single day of the week. And this again, Javier is real quiet. Now everybody, Red Wines can't be happy about this one. All right, now so the other thing too, this also sends a message. Now, when it comes to in-state recruiting, that when it comes to in-state recruiting, Tommy Lloyd basically just let it be known that, you know what, who I want, I'm going to get. Because again, the family, I think, was not exactly the family was, Koa. I'll put it to you like this, that I thought that was interesting. I thought that Koa didn't grow up an Arizona basketball fan per se. A lot of these kids grow up as Arizona basketball fans, whether that is trying to think, a Dalen Terry or a Dallin Terry, for example, or a, guys like that. They have Arizona jerseys, this or that. And Koa Pete didn't necessarily grow up as an Arizona fan. The fact that Tommy was able to cultivate this relationship for so long was another massive feather in his cap.
Yeah, I mean, that's all recruiting is. Recruiting is relationships. I mean, that's really what it comes to. And some kids it's not. I shouldn't say that. Some kids it's just, hey, can you write me a check and then we'll go from there.
Right.
Koa had a unique recruitment, right? Like, you never got a read on it. He kept things to himself. Money was important, but I don't think it was the most important thing. I think that there's other kids Arizona's recruiting right now where money is probably more important to them, where it was Koa. But handled himself the right way, and he does not come to Arizona without that relationship.
Yeah,
so that's a very good point, by the way, and I think we should talk about it. I think there's a very real chance Bobby Hurley is let go now.
I can't see it, and we broke that first.
Or not let go, but mutual.
Mutually, yeah. I would imagine that we broke that one. We broke that one first as well. So you got to now again. Oh, I'm sorry, Bridge Tech. Sorry, I'm all over the way. A 1999 Super Stack. Back the mother effing A. Yes. Why can't Koa start at the 3? He's not a 3. That's
not a 3.
Yeah, definitely
not a 3.
Definitely not the 3. It would be kind of like watching Aaron Gordon at the 3. The problem, and I know it's funny, I'm not a spacer like some of these other
I
folks.
Think Gordon is way better at the 3 than Koa is, because at least Gordon could guard 3.
Gordon could guard that. Yeah, exactly. Koa is what he is, and here's what I believe then. So, because we love looking ahead, I believe next year that starting small forward will either be Carter Bryant or it will be KJ Lewis. I think it's going to be one of those two guys. Would you second that?
Yes. Yeah.
Now, Prim is saying that KJ is gone. I don't know where he's going. That's the thing.
I understand why you're saying that. We have heard something similar, but Arizona really wants him back, and Arizona I think that they're willing to make a package here to bring him back.
Yes, Arizona really wants him back, and I think that's something that you can, certainly wrap your head around by. Now, again, I know some of the spacers won't like it. I don't care. Front court of KJ Lewis, Koa Pete, and Henry Vasar, no matter what Cody James Martin thinks, is actually a really good front court. This is true, Scheer.
Yeah, it's a very good front court. Look, I'll just say it. Carter's probably the one that we would be surprised if he came back, right?
Yeah, but I also don't think that it's a total. Here's what I don't believe is going to happen, and I could be wrong on this. You tell me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong on this.
You're never wrong. I can't recall any
I don't
time.
believe. I could be wrong. I don't believe that Arizona can afford Carter, Koa, and Braden Burries. I think I don't know that they can afford all three of those. What say you?
I don't. I understand why you say that, and you're gonna make fun of me because I'm gonna do my I don't disagree.
Yeah,
But I also just I don't know.
mm-hmm.
You know, like I maybe they do. Maybe someone steps up now and they go, "Hey,
Right,
let's make a run at this damn thing. Here's the check." You know, because a lot of times NIL that will happen.
right.
But yeah, I mean, I do think there's got to be some sort of tie financially. Like it will be hard to bring all those guys back.
I just, again, I think, yeah, and the people that don't want KJ back are dumb. I don't know what else to say. You're dumb. You want KJ back. KJ, again, I was talking with my mom about this the other day. KJ, I almost said KJ Adams. KJ Lewis is going to do two things per game that are going to drive you up a wall. But guess what? At the end of the day, he's going to do a lot more winning things than that. You want KJ Lewis back.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Kevin, I don't believe KJ would come off the bench next year, nor should he.
No.
I don't know.
Why would he?
Yeah.
He shouldn't.
Yes, but if Bryant stays, he would be insanely good. Now, looking ahead then a little bit, the clutch factor here. The other thing that I think is very interesting with all of this is the other thing that I think is really interesting in all of this is the LeBron factor here. And again, I thought it was kind of interesting because Koa's with clutch, Braden Burries is with clutch. At the end of the day, again, who knows where this one? I'll still say that I think that he ends up at. Arizona. I don't know that. I don't know that for a fact. But the clutch factor matters. It really does. At the end of the day, when you've got LeBron James tweeting out your stuff, calling you nephew and stuff, that's a big thing there, Scheer.
Yeah, I'm making fun of ASU fans right now because someone's like, "Oh, it's like a second round exit." I was like, "A second round exit would be ASU's best finish in 2 decades."
Yes, exactly. Now that was a. This is really good. Yeah,
the clutch factor can be, and again, like I feel like if we give it too much credit, Mike, we're taking away from what the coaching staff did.
Agreed. But I also
it is a factor. I mean, you got to assume it's a factor, and again, we said it when Arizona took Bryce James. Like, I was happy that they did the big picture thing. I think that, it bothered me when, like when Sam Dwayne just retired, the coach at Perry, everyone said, "Do you think Arizona would hire him?" I was like, they're not, because he's retired from coaching. But if I was a college coach, I'd offer him $1 million right now. Why wouldn't you?
You know what it is though too when it comes but I'm also going to give Arizona credit though for understanding the Bryce James situation there. They knew that they knew that this was a spot where Arizona could where it's not an overbearing family when it comes to college. I don't care about the NBA stuff, that's whatever, but Bronny wasn't you didn't hear anything about that. But at the same time though, I also look at that and say, hey man, why wouldn't we want that for our advantage? Plus, there's a chance that Bryce James can play. So, I mean, that to me was really a total that was a non-worry to me entirely there, Scheer.
Yeah. I mean, it's yeah. It's sorry, I'm talking crap to people, but
right.
Yeah, I mean, overall, it's clearly a factor, and I think that also, like, the agency, like, it's not, I don't care, I'll say it, we've dealt with recruits with stupid agents.
Yes.
Right? Like, that have no idea.
Very stupid agents. Some of them have
no idea how any of this works. And I think with Clutch, they have shown in the past that they're very capable of knowing how this whole landscape works and all that. You know what I mean?
Yes. And here's the other thing too. Let's talk about it for a second. By the way, Kobe, I was just texting you. Bump your thread, young man, in that on Scheer's board. You did a really good job right there. Bump your thread. You called it yesterday, buddy. But the other thing too that I look at though, and I'm like, all right, Tommy Lloyd is going to be very selective with recruits. And let's be honest, we were talking about this for quite a while, that, if Tommy Lloyd didn't get some of these guys, we were going to have to be pretty critical on him. But at the end of the day, you're also going to have to, he's landing them. Again, the guys, he's missed on some, but he's also got him one. And if you were to say yesterday, if you were to say yesterday that Arizona ends up with a 3-man recruiting class of Koa Pete, I almost said Bryce Aristod, Bryce James, Dwayne Aristod, and hopefully Braden Burries, you would take that every single day of the week.
Yeah, and we're not, and the coaches keep yelling at us. I don't think they mind. We're not talking about Dwayne Aristod enough. Like,
yeah, Murph, Murph. You owe me some stuff before I start. Yeah.
But like, I was talking to Bossy last night about the roster, and he's like, Aristod's hurt, but he's good. It's like, yeah, he's really good. Like, they love Aristod. If Arizona finishes with somehow with a class of, I think their class is fine now. I'm just gonna say it. I love Burries. I know he's good. All that. That's not what I'm saying. But if they end up with the class of Aristod, Burries, and Pete, ooh,
yes,
ooh, like that's a different ballgame now.
Yes, exactly. Because I mean that, and that point too, you would have 3 5-star kids. Jeremiah Dibble, the great Jeremiah Dibble, $9.99 super snap. Koa Bryce, Sweet 16, who's got it better than us, not ASU fans. You know what also is the ultimate flex that just cracks me up? Arizona goes into Phoenix whenever they want a basketball player and gets it. I mean, that would drive me up a wall if I was an ASU fan. Also, Arizona is going to be a preseason top 10 team next year. It depends on who they all fill out, all of that. Let's get a couple reads in here, and then we're going to get back to business here. Also talk a little bit of Duke. But all right, Cody, what do we got next? Talk to me. Cody
was so into this recruitment that he dropped his daughter off late for school.
These kids around here. All right, this blue screen right here, Longview. I discovered Andre Veras. Now, Scheer, you're going to be seeing Andre Veras here shortly. And again, there is one thing though that even if somebody sees him in person, that we just can't do.
Cannot. Oh, it's hard. Yes. But we cannot endorse.
We're not going to endorse him. We just can't.
Not do it.
We can't.
There's a plane right now to Newark, by the way. He's flying to Newark right now. And Shelby's going to pick him up with a sign that says, I will not endorse you.
We can't do it. We just won't. But again, the people who won't also, if we would also highly suggest going to for him, or you might get a discount off his personal financial services. But at the same time, we can also not sit here and say that he will guarantee to give you a discount. We're just not going to do it. We can lead you to the horse. We can't promise you the horse. There it is, Longview. My guy Rudy Bastillos had ASU co-workers come in and give me crap about us preparing to lose Duke and Koa. Have yet to come by since the announcement. What?
You know what? Can I just go on a little 3-second rant here? I really hate when let's just use Arizona as an example. Like Arizona's playing in the tournament, and then let's say they lose tonight, and you'll see a fan base like ASU talk trash.
Mm-hmm.
That's always bothered me. You're not in the tournament anymore.
Not in the tournament.
Right? You're not in the tournament to begin with. And let's say you made the tournament. Let's say you're Illinois fans. You're not here. So what trash are you talking right now?
Yeah, you don't get to talk. I don't understand it. Yeah, just like we're not going to endorse Andre Veras, we're not going to endorse your point of view. That's kind of my point. That's my point of view right there. Longview Insurance. I also want to get back to ASU here in a second. But also let's see here. What else do we got? One more, Cody. One more. Ah, Scheer, I can't see you. Scheer, where'd you go? Arizona Primary Eye Care. You know who I believe is going to be up there? Cheryl. We love Cheryl on the show. Cheryl is awesome. Raul Mom, one of the coolest people out there. Arizona Primary Eye Care, AccuView. They have got a great deal. AccuView now offering $400 towards contacts, $150 for disposable, 4 locations for routine exams, optical options to fit all budgets, styles, preferences. Perfect place to glow up. Get it? Glow up. 60 plus insurances accepted. ArizonaPrimaryEyeCare.com. All right. Yeah. Go in there, get them checked out. Okay. Now, I don't understand that talking. Either, but it is what it is. Now let's talk then a little bit about next year. Then here's who I think you can kind of bank on coming back. And again, all of these guys are all going to test the waters, all of that. But I think with the first one is, excuse me, belched. I would be fairly surprised if Jaden Bradley is not your starting, or is not your point guard, or one of your guards next year. How about that?
Yeah, they love Jaden. They want him back a lot.
Right.
They are very vocal in how much they want him back. I would be very surprised if he goes elsewhere. He's very happy here. I would be really sad if he goes elsewhere. I'm a big fan.
He's really good. He had just, I was going to say, has he grown on you a little bit? Like, have
I
you
love
come?
Jaden Bradley.
All right. Yes. You've Caleb Love for his 6th year. Oh, that'd be so nice. That'd be so nice. Yes. You love Jaden Bradley. I'm glad you've come along to liking Jaden Bradley. Jaden Bradley is good. We like Jaden Bradley. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Scheer.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
We're just going to play some games here. Because that's what we do. Yeah. A starting 5 next year. I'm going to throw it out there. And again, we're having fun here, Arizona fans.
No,
We are allowed to have fun. We are allowed to have fun on this show. Okay, you ready? So, a starting lineup of Jaden Bradley, Braden L. Burries, KJ Lewis, Koa Pete, Henry Vasar. Is that a top 5 starting lineup in the country?
I mean, it's so hard to say with the transfer portal, but I think in terms of talent,
it just doesn't feel like a top 5 lineup.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, yeah. I mean, I mean, obviously that could change with a couple checks here and there around the country, but yes.
Right. Yeah. I think that, yes, we would like that. Well, what Arizona needs, again, Prim, I'm just saying, I'm trying to be a little bit more realistic here. But and KJ, you need to warm yourself to KJ as well. I mean, listen, if Carter comes back, that's great. I just don't know that you can afford all. I just don't know you can afford all of them. That's I don't know.
And I think there's still stuff Arizona needs. Like I even if they land Burries, I think they absolutely need another guard.
Right, for sure.
You wonder about the shooting overall. Koa, I love Koa. He's not a shooter. That's just not his name.
Right. Yeah, we're the standard. We can afford whatever we want.
A spacer.
Yeah. One guy that I got to give. One guy that I got to give a little bit of credit to. Who I would love to see come to Arizona in a backup role. No, in a backup role.
We discussed it. We agreed, but we both agreed right away.
Evan Nelson.
Yeah.
Evan Nelson, to me, he's in the portal. Evan Nelson is a kid from South Point, bigger kid, about 6 foot.
Harvard, graduated Harvard, so he'd automatically be the smartest guy on the team.
Yes, graduated Harvard, and he again he's a 40% 3-point shooter, can handle the ball. He's about 6'2". He would be a perfect backup.
If he's willing to come here and play 12 minutes a game, he's literally that is what you want. And I have no idea. He might just be looking and say, I'm going to go to some school where I could play 30 minutes a game. I don't know. At Harvard, he played 25, 30 minutes a game. So I don't know if he'd be willing to cut that in half.
Right.
9 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 45% shooting. He is what you would want in a backup point guard.
Yeah, he would be great. And I would love that one. And again, here he would be, he is, we already have our token Tucsonan, Will Manaw, Joseph. Evan Nelson's a lot better than Will Manaw. No,
is this a bad day? Is this a bad day for some of these guys?
I don't know, man. I don't know. There's some people. It is funny that Javier's not in the chat right now.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, I was going to say, Javier, we know that you can't quit us. When you come back, we do know that you will be back. Okay, now let's talk a little bit of Duke. Then we're going to get back to basketball. We're going to talk Duke and then get back to basketball. Here's what it comes to. Here's what it comes to with this game. I think you got to put ADO on him and just hope that nobody else beats you.
On Cooper Flag?
Yes.
I'm just smiling.
I'm just kidding. I'm being cute. But Arizona's going to have to play really well.
Here's the thing, and it's not just a combination of. It's not just Arizona playing well. Let's be realistic here. Duke has to play like crap, right? Like if Duke plays really well, Duke's really well is better than Arizona's really well, right?
Right.
Like it's just, there are very difficult matchups. Now, I will say, if you're looking for a silver lining, I was looking last night. Duke has not rebounded the ball well lately.
Right.
Arizona's got to crash the glass. I don't know. There's a lot of intrigue here.
Right.
Do they say, look, Cooper is going to score 25 points on us? So be it. So be it. Right. But Conquadruple cannot score 15. Tyrese Proctor cannot score 15.
Right.
And then it's going to be very interesting to see how they attack it. Again, I picked Duke, but there is absolutely a path to victory for Arizona. But they have to play well. They cannot play poorly and win this game.
Yes. All right. Yeah, they can't. Yeah, that Arizona's going to have to play really well. Sorry, I'm trolling so many people right now. Yes. Any word on Aristod? All right. I don't think that they'll mind, but yes, Aristod is already committed. The word with Aristod is, I believe, by the end of next month, he should be a full go. And we got to. I don't think we would mind saying it. Murph says that we're not hyping this kid up nearly enough. He's big, he's physical, he can shoot the three. If he's fully healthy, he's probably more of a top 15 prospect.
Big wingspan, like 6'8" already. Like he's a large man already, can shoot the ball. They like him quite a bit. He's different than anyone has. I mean, I guess maybe Carter, but he's more physically developed than Carter.
Yes, for sure. He's more physically developed than Carter, and I think that's something that you got to look at. Did you see that picture? Did you see that? Did you see that picture of him? I mean, he's huge. Now, is it could potentially be better? We need to be. I think there's a lot of people that are now starting to take KJ Lewis for granted. I've noticed this in the chat. I mean, listen, is KJ perfect? No, but you want KJ Lewis back. I don't know how else.
I mean, even me, I'm not like, look, I've had a love-hate relationship with KJ. Like, I think KJ's been great lately, but I want him back. That's never crossed my mind.
Right. Yes. Now, more physically developed is a corporate for girth. Yes, I love me some KJ. Now the tight end, I don't know. You'd have to ask Ben One White on that one. Now, let's as far as the Arizona ones, Caleb Love. This is going to be Caleb Love has an opportunity right now to be able to etch his spot into Arizona lore. He already, I think he's going to have it. He already has a quality legacy. The people that don't like him are putzes. I don't know how else to put it.
I hope that if he doesn't play well tonight, because it's always a possibility that people don't turn their backs on him.
Right.
Because you got Caleb Love is a wildcat. He's been a very good wildcat. He's been everything that people told us he wouldn't be. No matter what happens tonight, he deserves a ton of credit for all that he's given to the Arizona program. I hate how narratives change based on one game. Like, Caleb Love is absolutely a great wildcat.
Yes. Now, he's a great wildcat, and I think the other thing too, that when you look at great wildcats and what Caleb Love is, and this bothers me because I see this all the time when people say, "Oh, well, what happens then if he goes 3 for like 27?"
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If he goes 3, listen. Damon Stoudemire is one of the 4 or 5 best players ever. Every single game Arizona lost in the NCAA tournament, he had a bad game. That's what happens. That's what happens.
Like,
it's basketball.
Bad games.
Yes. But again, that's what happens is generally at the end, only one team wins. Generally, all-time greats have bad games at the end. Unless you're Sean Elliott, almost everyone has. So that narrative right now that I know some people are going to try to push, oh, well, he went 4 for 14 when Arizona lost against. Buzz off with that. I don't know what else to say with that. Buzz off with that. It's just for people that really want to try to, just.
And guess what? If Duke loses, it'll at any point in this tournament, it'll be because one of their best players had a bad game.
Yeah, so that bothers me a great deal. I do not like that. Okay, now let's get to some more reads here, and then we're going to get a prediction. Then we're going to talk a little bit of Braden Burries as well. All right, now let's see here. What do we got? What do we got here? All right. Green Valley Decorative Rock. You listen, just like people are trying to get us to endorse Andre Veras and trying to get things sideways, there are people out there that are still pushing the narrative that that Green Valley Decorative Rock is only in Green Valley. It's wrong. It's wrong. I don't know what else to say. It's just wrong. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It sucks. It's just not good. 2 convenient locations. And the other thing about it, too, that we like about it as well is that they'll bring a lot of stuff to you. That's the cool thing about it. 50+ locally sourced landscaping materials, 2 convenient locations, Tucson plus Green Valley, serving residents and contractors. Again, check it out. And again, they are in Tucson. Yes, Harry Lex says Mike's Caleb shakes hands with our Caleb. My Caleb, though. My Caleb. Yes. All right. Now, Bridge Tech Communications. Now, I went to the gym earlier today. And when I went to the gym earlier today, I went to a place where, I had to look it up. Guess what? I wouldn't have had to look it up if they were with Bridge Tech, because Bridge Tech Communications, our guy Tony, does an amazing job. Here's what he does. He can help you market your gym or health or wellness spa, promotes 100+ health entities across multiple states, 750% average ROI, bridgetechcommunications.com. Check it out. And again, you want a 750% ROI? I would certainly assume so. But what do you think about that, Scheer?
I mean, look, 750 is not high enough for you. I don't know what's going on here.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either. That's something that is, yeah, either way, Tony is the man. Check it out. Will they bring Baggins to you? I don't know if they'll bring Baggins to you, but we got to, either way. And welcome to the Rock. Okay. Now, let's go. Let's get a prediction here, Scheer. You're not backing the A. You're not backing the A. And I will say that I think there is a sizable percentage, let's see here. Dame, there was, how do I put this?
I don't know.
The Koa Pete squeal. I don't know. I don't even know what it was. That was just me being spontaneous. Okay. Scheer, can we get you to back the A?
No, I'm going to pick Duke. I always back the A, but I'm going to pick Duke 78-74. I do think this is going to be a ball game. I really, truly do.
Right. Okay. 78, 7. What did you say again?
78-74.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that. Listen, I am not taking that. I am backing the A. I am picking Arizona to win this game. I think Arizona, and here's where it is. Arizona is battle tested. As we all know, armor sharpens armor around here. Scheer, you don't care about armor sharpening armor.
I think the longer this game is closer, the more intrigue it gets. I know that sounds stupid, but like, how many close games has Duke been in, right?
Right.
Like, and if I'm Arizona, I'm trying to make this as ugly of a game as possible, Big 12 style, because Duke hasn't been in those either.
Yes, they haven't been in those. And again, Big 12 style, baby. But either way, let me ask you this. If I put a poll out there and said, would you rather have Arizona win or Koa Pete commit? What would I think it would be about 75-25. That about right?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Yes, exactly.
Arizona winning 75.
Yeah, but there would be a quarter of the population that would absolutely.
You can call Jules by name, dude. You could say Jules by name. It's fine.
Yeah, but there's a lot of them. Let me have a better question. What percentage? Here's a better one. What percentage of Gen Zers would pick a Koa Pete commitment?
Yes.
I think that's more 60-40.
Yeah, us real ones. We know what the goal is here.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised. Prim, my guy, Prim is saying that he would prefer an Arizona win. That surprises me a little bit, Mr. Prim. That surprises me.
Doesn't surprise me. It maybe because it's Duke. It's because it's Duke.
All right, yeah. All right, well, let me ask you this. If it was just a random team, if it was some rando like
yes,
Missouri,
the number would go up. The number will go up.
Right, okay. Remember, the standard is Final Fours. Hey, you know what, Prim? You need to beat Javier, who says the standard is a championship every 4 years.
Back-to-back championships. That's
yes.
My standard is dynasties.
Right.
Anything less than a dynasty?
No, get it out of him. Not working
here.
Not working here. I can't wait for Bruce to ask about Koa, not knowing that Tommy can't talk about Koa.
It's something we need to keep an eye on, according to you, Mike. Cooper Flagg's leg could still be broken.
I mean, I'm just saying, man, he could have been pretending to feel healthy.
Yeah.
Yes. How do you feel if Duke thinks soft weenies sharpen armor? That is that. Can you have a sharp weenie? I like
sharp
that.
Weenie, sharpen iron.
I like that one a lot.
Sharp iron sharpens your weenies.
Somebody messaged me that one. I'm gonna have some fun with that one. Yeah, soft weenies don't sharpen armor. Yes. So, all right. I'm back in the A though. Scheer sucks. I'm back in the A. I am picking Arizona 78 over Duke 74. Back the A, baby. Scheer, you suck. Now, let's see here. Let's see. Prim. Oh, I like Prim. Oh, Prim's going with the Arizona blowout. Now, Prim. Need you, and this is for you other Gen Zers. If Arizona somehow loses today, please don't crash out. It's okay. It is okay, my friend.
My thing is, and Shelby actually agrees with me back here. I think if Arizona loses, but it's like a really good game and they play well, I think most people would be okay with it, right? It's if Arizona goes and gets their ass kicked here that people will be flipping out.
Yeah, that's where I think that people.
If Arizona plays well and like loses by 5, I think people will be like, you know what, we played well, right?
Right. Yeah,
if
so
they do what TJ Van Marder is predicting, it's going to be
86-70. But again, Duke is still, in my opinion, no crash outs. Everybody, Duke is still. Listen, top to bottom, Duke is the best team in the country. Yeah. They are. They're the best team in the country. That's
why neither of us are picking Duke to win the title.
Yeah, that's why I'm picking. But that's also my Big 12. That's also my Big 12 love, though. This also makes things a lot easier for Arizona because one thing about Koa Pete, he is not a soft weenie.
No soft weenies.
Yes, I mean, no soft weenies in this. We're just not going to do it. Okay, now let's get back to Braden Burries a little bit. I'm going to say the same thing that I said about Koa Pete in that Braden Burries is they've done everything they can in this recruitment. There's nothing more they could have done. Now, you could say maybe you should have taken Arenas, whatever. That's probably fair game. But at the same time, and we'll talk about that, they've done everything they can with Braden Burries, Scheer, from being competitive in NIL to being, to offering him a great spot for to play. They've done everything they could.
The only reason Braden Burries would choose USC over Arizona is because he wants to be close to home.
Right.
It's not, and I'm just going to say it, it's not because USC did a better job in the recruitment. It's because Arizona can't move their campus to California. That's really the only reason, based on my understanding from a few people.
Yes. Oh, this is so good. I really like my tweet here where I said I guess Tommy Lloyd wasn't bullied on NIL this time around.
Ooh.
All right. Yes. Shots fired, baby. Shots fired. Okay. Now, also, let's talk a little bit about the portal here in a second. But first, we got to get to the rest of the reads. What else do we got? Else do we've got? Cody, you're doing an immaculate job. This is so fun. I'm such an idiot. Dude, I'm going to start so many. Comfort X HVAC, my friends. Yeah. All right, now our good pal Tony Jamino. We all know about this. We all know about Tony Jamino and about how basically he is a difficult person to be around. So when he endorsed Comfort X HVAC, I think it was I think that was a real line in the sand that Comfort X HVAC is next level. Scheer.
Typical Tony. Tony
is just a difficult person to be around. But the fact that he went in there and he said, you know what, these guys are great. They saved me a couple $1,000s. If it works for Tony, it can work for you. And these guys are great. They've come through. I've had friends that have used them. I have used them as well. They are the best. Use code Wildcats for 10% off. These guys just re-upped. They are fantastic. Very much appreciate them. Small business with big savings. Again, we very much like them. Okay, now. I want to make fun of red wines in a second. Okay. All right. Now, what else do we got? All right. What else do we got?
X gonna give it to you.
X gonna give it to you. All right. Now, Cody's freezing up right there. He's not doing a very good job. Okay. Cody, you're struggling miserably. Okay. So I think the next.
Almost like having a new baby impacts him, which,
Yeah. It's like, dude. Yeah. Well, and you told me that. Like, Cody, where are you? All right. Well, I'm just going to read it then. I'm going to have to. What did Bill O'Reilly say? F it. We'll do it live. Yes.
We'll do it live. That's it. We'll do it live.
I got to read this one. Oh, Eris Dental, my friend. Eris Dental. Lan the man with the master plan. We love Tucson implants and Tucson teeth. The great thing about them, though, is that you can get. There's a guy that flew in from Iowa or someplace like that. Instead
of flying to Turkey, people are flying in from Turkey just for Eris Dental.
Yes. Well, that's the thing. This guy went from Iowa and he got the championship package. 1997, my friends. 1997. And again,
take advantage now, because when Arizona wins the title this year, the price is only going up.
Yes. Whoop. And so again, the 20 again, take it now because it could go from 1997 to 2025. Check it out though. They only offer necessary treatment. Again, you're going to keep your tongue. You're going to keep your, everything. Yes, it's going to be very, very good. I mean, they're going to let you.
Who's Mike Luke's daughter? Who is that?
I don't know who that is, but
great. Congratulations.
You know who I think it is? I'm pretty sure it's Dennis Walsh, because I don't see Dennis Walsh in the chat. Dennis Walsh, your absence is conspicuous, my friend. Yes. All right. Either way, TucsonTeeth.com. Land the man with the master plan. I think that it's I think it is Dennis Walsh. That's where I'm going with. All right. Now, RJ's Frozen Cactus. Now,
yes.
Everybody needs to go there. Everybody needs to go there tonight. Now, I will not be there. I do apologize. But at the same time,
the nervous gas is way too much for Mike to leave the house.
Yeah, I am gonna have nerve. You know what's funny? I don't have nervous gas yet.
Usually it starts. It really sucks here. I keep looking at the clock, and I did this earlier. I'm like, oh, I got to leave for the arena. The first game's at 4. I got to leave in the arena, and then I realized I'm on Eastern Standard Time. I don't have to leave the arena for 6 hours.
You don't have to leave it. Yeah, exactly. But everybody, you should go to RJ's Frozen Cactus. And again, they got a massive airport there. They got a massive parking lot there. And pregame at RJ's, then ride share to the game. Yeah, they got an airport there. Is that exactly 100 plus
Plus, you
craft
an airport too. It's that big.
$2 deals. Again, pizza, wings, tacos, burgers, and more. No bad seats in the house. Check it out. Again, this place is great. We're gonna have another party there soon. Okay. Now, Twin Mama said that Twin Mama just said it's so bad. I guess she has gas as well. Wow.
Oh wow, that's she's
I
been
didn't know
Shelby and her have been texting like all trip.
Oh, she's great. Yeah.
Shelby and Chris and I've been talking all trip.
I didn't know that that Twin Mama saying she has gas though is awesome. Yeah, very good.
Said, oh my god, she must have just had it. She said, "Oh
yeah,
my god."
Oh my gosh, again. She's farting again. Okay. All right. I just want to break this. We got the post game then today. Yeah, but I want to break my gas. But I'm just gonna say this. Tommy Lloyd is the man. Sure, and this is what just bothers me about some of the fan base is that it's always the sky is falling, this and that. The guy has an idea of what he's done, what he's doing. You don't win this many games.
He's not an idiot. He's not. I'm sorry to disappoint some people. Tommy Lloyd knows what he's doing in his job.
Tommy Lloyd is good, and we're lucky to have him. Yeah, Drones for Bones is Ted Wardo back in the A. Yes, Ted Wardo's been in my.
He can't even see the A, but he's back in it.
Ted Wardo has terrible senses.
He can't see, smell, or taste the A, but damn it, he knows he's back in it.
One time I put Ted Wardo in front of Scheer, and I don't even think that Ted Wardo knew that Scheer was there. It was I don't think he knew.
Let's tell our dog story. Yesterday, Aurora calls me and she goes, "Did we have jelly beans on the floor?" And I go, "No, we have jelly beans on the kitchen counter." Somehow, Cammy, not a pug, jumped on the kitchen table, jumped on the kitchen counter, and ate about 75 jelly beans, and then threw up rainbow all around the house.
Oh wow!
Yeah, wow. He's fine. He's a monster. But I'm glad to have him.
That's impressive, though. That's impressive.
Cammy's a beast. Cammy's a beast.
Does she have bad gas?
Aurora? Yeah.
Yeah. Who has worse gas from your two daughters?
Aurora. Aurora has more gas. Brielle has worse gas. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I was gonna say one. You get more bang for the buck with one.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Brielle is. I mean, there's some. I wish I could jar them up and send them to you.
Like a smell chat. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start a smell chat sometime where that's what I'm going to do. Like Twin Mama keeps talking about farting in this chat. So, I mean, yeah. All right. On that note, though, back the A, baby. What
a day. This could end up, Mike. This could end up. Look, I don't think it's going to happen. But should Arizona win today, this will go down as such a ridiculous Arizona sports day. I mean, I just, yeah. That's it.
I'm so excited. Yeah. What? Yeah, everybody out there, if you know an ASU person, mock and ridicule them accordingly. We just tipped the player out of there.
Did you say the F word just now?
I said mock and ridicule them accordingly.
It sounded like you said mucking.
Mocking? No, I don't swear on the show. Yeah, either way. Everybody, you guys are fantastic. We'll be back with you on the post-game show right after. Hopefully lots of super snaps because Arizona won.
Who do you like in that game, Mike? BYU or Bama?
I like BYU.
I like Bama.
Yeah, I don't like you. Also,
oh my God, that's a dark turn.
Yeah, I don't like you.
We got to read the snaps real quick. Yeah,
okay. Super snaps. Yeah. Okay.
Matthew Abrams, $9.99. Thank you for all you guys do. Bear down.
Right. Now a couple other things too that we got to talk about.
You want me to read them all?
Yeah. You keep reading.
Nick Hart, $4.99. Wop.
Yes.
Bridge Tech Communications, $19.99. Back the mother effing A.
Yes. What?
Tivco, $5. Back the A. Mike's show.
Oh gosh. The A.
Our guy, Jeremiah Dibble, $9.99. Hashtag Koa Bryce 316. Who's got it better than us?
Yeah. What? Yeah. All right. Now, before I combust, we are signing off, but we'll be back with you on the post game. Love you all. You guys are the great. You are the greatest. We very much appreciate it.
Girthiest and the greatest.
Yes. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.